today I will make two powers fight each other, and our first power will be here. Each settlement will start with 2 people, and the second power will be here. Everyone will have equal conditions, everyone will start from scratch, I will not give anyone resources, no concessions, that is, everything will come pure from the game itself. The first settlement I will naturally call Ukraine, and the second settlement I will call Russia. This is how our story began. So, in general, let's now include colonists in world laws. Well, in principle, everything. Let's start. There are already 5 people in Ukraine. They built a fire for themselves, built their first house, and they are starting to build a second one. In Russia, we have already built 3 houses here. The main thing here is who will start to develop how, who will seize territories in the right way. In general, the entire outcome of the battle will depend on this, therefore. Ukraine has already founded the second settlement here. Russia is also founding a second settlement here. Let's change the colors now. We will repaint Ukraine in such a color, and let's repaint Russia in white. Oh, as we see in Russia we already have 126 people, in Ukraine there are already 92 people, 93, 98, 100. Oh my god, there are already 3 settlements, look how well they have already developed here. In principle, Russia is already beginning to lead, but not by a large margin. So let's now repaint Russia a little. In a different color, more bluish gray, something like that. Ukraine has just founded 4 settlements and Russia has founded 2 settlements. Ukraine has almost captured all of its modern territories, it remains only to capture this territory. I forgot something, let's make a path here now. Oh, Ukraine has even gone a little far, but I don't think it's a good strategy. In terms of the army, we have almost everything the same. In terms of the population, it's the same. As you can see, Russia is already starting to build such a building. The Industrial Revolution is already underway. The first main building, the second main building, in principle, Russia is not so bad. So far, no one is building anything in Ukraine. So far we have no prosperity in terms of industry yet. The Ukrainians broke away ahead of the Russians by 6 levels. If you look here, basically Ukraine spends its knowledge on the study of military affairs, and in Russia we focus mainly, well, in principle, the same thing. Ukraine has captured this piece of land. How they managed to move from here to here, I don't understand at all. Ukraine, by the way, has already caught up with Russia, even slightly exceeded it in terms of the size of the army, and in terms of the number of people, and in the number of settlements, and in the number of houses, and not in the territory. After all, it has not yet caught up. In fact, Ukraine is still seizing good lands. That is, if it seizes this land now, it will be much more difficult for Russia to get here, and now Ukraine will already get a huge piece of land. You understand? Well, in general, it will be. The last patches of land have been captured, so I think we can already turn on diplomacy. And now the Kingdom of Ukraine has declared war on Russia. Look what is happening. How many armies will now be sent to this zone? I also want to tell you who will be the first to capture the capital. For example, in Russia, if this capital is captured, then Ukraine wins. If Russia captures this capital, then of course Russia wins, so whoever captures the capital wins. Let's go. Mass battles begin, mass looting, murders, wars begin. Just look at what is happening here. A huge Russian army is advancing from the north and northeast, but similarly, the Ukrainian army is advancing from the south and southwest. Whoever properly disposes of his army, he will win. Russia mishandled its army a little, because the whole main army is here, so it's not very good, as it were, because now there is a huge army of Ukraine in the west, and it will now reach the capital and capture it. As stated by our rules, whoever captures the capital first wins. Ukraine begins to move north closer to the capital, and Russia begins to move closer to the southwest. I didn't understand something, but where is the Russian army? Looks like it's all destroyed. Why did she go to the center? Now Ukraine will simply surround her. As you can see, the Ukrainian army already exceeds 1,600 people, and the Russian army is 1,000. If Russia now loses these troops, then consider that it will lose, because these are its main troops. But still, they basically pissed off their troops and now they will be successfully destroyed and the capital of Russia will be captured. All the guys, it's GG. In general, in any case, friendship won. Well, according to tradition, everything ends with only one. Actually, it's just a game. It's just pixels, just lines of code. Therefore, guys, I wish you a good mood, all the best and positive, good luck to everyone and everyone.